Aiden.
Yes.
You have just recovered consciousness after the last thing you can vaguely remember is you were texting Chrys something. And then there was a sharp pain to the top of your head. And now you've opened your eyes in a dimly lit, dark, probably room. There's a bit of light coming from above you, and you realize you are in a suspended cage.
Hello? Oh, what the fuck? I start like seeing how sturdy the cage is.
It is sturdy.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? Phone. I look for my phone.
You cannot find it. It's possible that you dropped it.
Shit. Hello?
You then hear the creak of a door opening, heavy footsteps, and you can kind of vaguely see a slightly like darker shadow than the shadows, but quite big, quite hulking, and someone speaks.
I hear you have been making problems for my little girl.
Who's that?
Never mind who I am. We will be getting to know each other very well in the next few days.
Fuck. Why am I in a fucking cage?
And then there's like a clomp, clomp, clomp. The day passes. Not much happens. I think at some point you fall asleep. When you wake up, there is kind of like just within arm's reach, like a kind of little metal mug filled with water and a few like bits of food.
Yeah, I give her a sniff and just make sure that I don't think it's, and dip my finger and make sure it's not acid.
Yeah, I mean, let's at this point, let's go over Aiden's train of thought, or like what he's kind of figuring is going on here, maybe. Because I mean, if they wanted to kill Aiden, they could have. So someone wants him alive, and at the very least captured,
Or tortured.
possibly tortured, depending.
The fact that they're giving him food and water, that seems to be legit.
Yeah. But it's probably a reason. It's probably a you know. I don't think Aiden would be like, I shouldn't eat this food or drink. Maybe it's poisoned, because again, it's kind of like, why would it be? It could be drugged, possibly, to take him out the cage.
I think that's the thing. Like, if it's drugged or something, because if they want to question him, drugs are a good way to do that.
He's not overly thirsty or overly hungry. Not yet, at least.
Do you know what? He'd probably drink water, but if he's not that hungry, he probably wouldn't eat.
Yeah, okay.
I'm locked in a fucking cage. Like, the appetite isn't strong right now.
It's not the primary of focuses. So, what is Aiden thinking? Is he thinking like one of, like maybe someone I foiled, you know, like a mugging or a...
Okay, I think that's run through my head.
Yeah. Unlikely. They're mostly like low-level street thugs.
Yeah.
So,
I think hearing that touch of an accent, which definitely had some kind of Eastern European tinge to it, is immediately bringing him to where his other investigations have gone, which is something to do with the Russians.
Yeah.
Which, even though he's just been locked in a cage, kind of feels good. That feels like I'm on the right track.
I'm making progress, yeah.
Yeah. I'm obviously... Like,
I've got them right where I want them.
yeah, I'm right where I want these Russians. They came to me.
The funny thing is Aiden's attitude and like kind of mentality. It wouldn't be weird for him to think that, for that to like flash through his head. Like, yes, finally, I got them right where I want them.
Am I locked in here with you, or are you locked in here with me?
Yeah.
Because Aiden, I think, I can handle myself. I've been in some shit, I'm not like terrified. I am worried that I've been locked in a cage, and I'm probably like trying to find around the cage looking for a lock, anything like that. Maybe if the food came in a metal tray, I'd see if it was sturdy enough to maybe force the cage or something like that.
You could give it a shot. Yeah, it's one of those kind of like cafeteria tray things, like the metal
aluminium
type.
Weak.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you gave it a go, it would very definitely bend, and it wouldn't be good.
Then I think if it's one of those trays, I'd try and snap off like a shard from the side.
Okay.
For a shank kind of deal.
Yeah. I think. Let me just take a look here at the skills and whatnot. We'll just see how you do. That would be dexterity and larceny, please.
Okay. I don't know how to do that.
So if you click on larceny, the like dice thing, it'll give you a drop down, and you can pick dexterity from the drop down.
Okay, larceny, dexterity.
1. Not as bad as it could have been.
Oh, good.
I mean,
in a cage, not as bad as it could have been.
So to give you an idea, the average player has, usually when they roll something, it tends to be minimum like 3 or 4. As a human, you don't have all of those, especially physically, all of those abilities that Kindred tend to have. Of course, you don't know this, but
I don't know what a Kindred is.
Yeah, if anyone watching wonders why Aiden sucks, it's because he's human. Humans suck.
Yeah. Ironic.
So at some point, the door like squeaks open. The same footsteps. Is Aiden gonna wait to be asked, or is he?
How many? This is like the second day, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm still gonna be like, hello. You gonna tell me who you are now? As I stow the shank like in a pocket or something.
I have questions for you.
I got questions for you. Who's the best Smash character, and why is it Peach?
Your questions will be answered in time. Mine first. Who are you to the girl?
What girl?
The girl. Who are you to the girl?
Don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
What do you know of us?
Us? The Russians? You're the Russians. You're the fucking Russians.
What do you know of us?
Enough.
How long have you been looking into us?
Wow.
And why? Why have you come looking for us?
I don't have to tell you shit. What the fuck are you doing in my city?
And then you hear a...
The fuck is the Russians? Aiden. Okay, I gotta get out. Fuck. The girl? It's Chrys. My girl? She's working for the Russians. the fuck are you into, Chrys?
You are not visited again for the rest of... it's hard to tell days. But one thing you can tell is that the kind of the light coming from above seems to at least be daylight, because it does disappear. So you can kind of track day to night. And for the rest of the day and through the night, at some point you probably sleep again. But no one comes in again.
Oh my god. Fucking...
You're hungry now, and a little bit dehydrated, just purely because you didn't get that much in terms of, like, water and food. It's there again. The kind of... the remnants of the tray have been taken away, and the cup was taken away as well. And there's a new cup and a new, like, properly made,
Okay. I definitely drink, and I probably start, like, picking up the food. And it's like that thing, you know, when you're, like, hungry and you don't want to eat, but you start picking up food, and then it's suddenly you've just demolished the entire thing.
Yeah.
And I'll definitely, like, while I'm, like, eating and getting, like, my senses back a bit, I'm definitely still trying to get out of this fucking cage. Yeah,
I mean, the problem is there's no real way to do that. Like, it's... Alright.
I'm gonna... Okay, so I'm in I assume it's a cage that I sit in, kind of deal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my back, like, against the back,
yeah, so it's kind of like...
push with my feet.
It's kind of like a metal bottom, so just like a sheet of metal that's kind of like welded up, and then it's bars, you know, kind of like thin gap bars, kind of going all the way around, and then above it's kind of like a bird cage type situation where it like is suspended by a ring, and then down like that.
Then I think I'm gonna like dig my heels into sort of the bottom and try and pull the bars in. If it's that kind of sort of like a birdcage style, right?
Yeah. The bars up the top? Or the bars...
well, the ones directly ahead, that's where I'm going to get the most force.
Okay. Would you... Is it kind of like seeing if any of them are loose or can be...
Yeah, like wiggle room. I mean, people don't get out of cages. That's the point of a cage, right?
But, but you never know if there's...
Cage. Yeah, exactly.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Roll me a... strength and stamina, please. So if you click either on strength or stamina, you can drop down and choose the other one needed.
Okay, strength, stamina.
There's no particular progress. The bars are a little bit old. They're not heavily maintained. So there's kind of like a little bit of like... There's a little bit of like twisting that can be done, but there's no like bending or anything.
Okay.
Also, it does deplete your energy like a little bit. Not too much. It's just you haven't had that much to eat, and again with the water.
I've not been able to stretch very well.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake. I'm probably gonna start shouting again. Hello.
If you want, you could chuck the tray or the cup at the door. Like you have a good idea of where the door is now.
Yeah, I'll sort of. Well, maybe not the cup because I'll be drinking. I'll probably be trying to make sure I've got water.
Yeah, like extend the water.
Yeah, like rationing myself. I don't know what's going on. I'm in a fucking cage and there's a Russian that keeps asking me questions about Chrys.
Probably Chrys.
It's Chrys. As far as I'm concerned, it's Chrys.
That is a fair assumption.
Russian,
to make.
The girl, then my girl. That just lines up to me so much. And I'm probably worrying about my sister as well.
Yeah. Because, well, for a start, you were the one who was supposed to be making dinner for Daddy when you got back, so...
Shit.
But...
What?
A hope would be is that Chrys went to check on Daddy and got that sorted out, but there's...
We do leave a credit card under the cookie barrel.
Yeah.
She knows how to use that.
It's kind of almost maxed, but yeah, it's enough for emergencies.
I don't have the best job, and There's not much money in stopping people getting mugged.
Not unless you take the money yourself, which
that would make me the mugger.
Yeah, that's not what Aiden's been doing.
Counterproductive.
Interestingly, there's probably been moments where Aiden has like stopped a mugger, and it turns out they have money on them from, you know, just because they do have money. I'm curious as to whether Aiden would take that.
I don't think he's there yet.
I don't think he's there yet either.
I don't think he's there yet at all.
Yeah.
If he's taken anyone to the police station, it's probably given them all the stuff. Or probably left them outside, maybe tied up. I doubt he goes into the police station.
Yeah, I was also going to say he's probably more of a I leave the criminal tied up in an impressive kind of reveal way, as you sometimes see in like Daredevil and stuff.
Yeah, like hogtied.
This city is rotten. Like, who are you? What are you doing on my lawn?
No, Aiden doesn't care about the glory.
No.
It's more about cleaning up the streets.
Yeah, and it's probably led to him like being content, like scraping by, like money-wise. Like there's always enough money. It's not like, you know, it's not like they're in danger of being evicted or starving or anything like that. But
and he'll probably inherit the house soon.
Yeah.
Whenever that's sorted.
Mm-hmm. Little while later, after he's thrown the tray and shouted a little bit, made himself feel better, the door again.
The fuck do you want?
I told you, I want answers.
I don't even know who you are or who you're fucking talking about.
You said you knew enough about us. How much do you know about us?
I know you're going around strong-arming people for reasons. Muggings, murders.
Go on.
And you're a bunch of pricks.
What is your relationship with the girl?
What fucking girl?
The girl.
I know loads of girls.
So you are just playing with her then?
Playing with who?
Stringing her along. You don't care about her?
It's not fucking... You mean Chrys? You mean Chrys, don't you?
What are your intentions?
I've no fucking intentions. What have you done to Chrys?
It is not me who has done anything. What have you done with her?
I haven't done... Are you why she went missing?
She is not missing.
She went missing 4 years.
I may have had a little something to do with that.
What the fuck did you do to her?
You are the one who is toying with her, who is playing with her. You're shouting at her in the streets. What are your intentions with her?
How'd you know that? You following me?
I had someone watching you.
Do I remember being followed at all, or was it like the night?
A couple of times you were kind of wondering, but you kind of like took extra precautions, doubled back, and these type of things, and you're pretty sure. But the majority of the time, you never noticed anything.
Okay.
You just what you pretty much figured was like, you know, someone was trancing their arm, like maybe they caught up to you a little bit or whatever. There was anything to be worried about, at least.
Nothing that stands out in particular. So you're following me? I want to know what she had to do with You. The Russians.
That is none of your concern.
Bullshit. That's my friend.
You say friend. I say boy. Who is messing with her? Who is leading her on? You're just going to hurt her.
The fuck do you mean leading her on?
She is...
Are you her boyfriend?
No.
I
am not her boyfriend.
You fucking locked me up because you think we're smashing or something?
I don't know what that means.
Smash? Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you? Why are you arguing with her out in the streets? Why are you making her cry?
Chrys doesn't cry.
You made her cry. And that is something I do not forgive. Especially for some random boy who plays with her emotions.
I'm playing with her fucking emotion. I'm not interested in her in that way.
Then why are you looking into who she is? Why are you looking into us?
We're us. I don't even know who us is. The Russians, the entire Russian fucking country. You, your boys attacking people in my city. I can't have that.
Enough of this. I'll come back when you're ready to be honest.
Who the fuck are you? Okay, so my brain is going at a million miles because every time that something like current, comes up, he's like, what? I don't fucking understand with this. So this guy is old. He's not with it. He comes across as someone who is not current. So I could probably take him. Like, if you don't understand like some basic shit like that, you gotta be pretty old.
At the very least, like 25.
No, he sounds like fucking 60, 65, like for not understanding basic references.
Mid-late 30s, maybe 40s. Who knows?
It's funny because he's an old vampire.
Yeah. Again, the day goes by, time passes, night comes. If you'd like, you can try and stay awake, and I can't think of a particular reason, but the option's there if you want to.
No, I don't like. There doesn't seem to be a way out of this cage. They are still feeding him.
Yeah.
And like nothing has escalated. He's just asking questions, but
how does he feel about the questions being asked?
I don't. There's something up with Chrys. There is something up with Chrys because, like, none of us are Boy Scouts, but like for her to be tied up in something where someone would literally capture someone and put them in a fucking cage.
A jealous boyfriend doesn't honestly seem that likely in the...
No, it doesn't, but, it's just, that's what kind of came up.
Yeah.
Also...
It is kind of how it sounded a little bit.
I think when he found out that Chrys cried, I doubt he's ever seen Chrys cry.
No.
Ever. Like, she's not emotional. Like, when she... Like, my sister goes and hugs her and she taps her on the head, you know? She's not that kind of person.
Yeah.
And to me, she's like one of the strongest people I know.
Oh, yeah.
And that's probably fucked with him. And he probably is leaning towards they've got something on her. Like she isn't doing this out of her own free will.
Yeah.
There is something driving her to do this. But the more he's talking to this dude, he's getting more information.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to try and rest up. Hopefully there'll be food there when he wakes up.
I mean, the only technically the only reason he'd maybe want to be awake through the night is to catch whoever's coming in to give him food and drink or laying it down.
I mean, Aiden isn't. Do you know what? This is probably the best night's sleep he's ever gotten.
The best, yeah, for the last few nights.
For the last 6 months or something.
Yeah, no.
Because he's working and he's trying to clean up the streets.
Yeah, he doesn't get much sleep on the regular just because with working to provide and also obviously doing the night shift, basically going around stopping muggers and carjackings and helping innocent middle-aged ladies who he doesn't know but actually turn out to be car thieves. Or, well, they run a chop shop. But
the guy tried to steal her car. She was just like a nice old lady.
Visually, it's what it looked like, yeah. I still find like very, very Aiden to be like, stop, evildoer, here you go, madam, here are your car keys. And she's like, oh, thank you very much. I now have the money for the stolen car and the car, I can sell it again. And then she like goes off and...
Okay, this is what he does. He doesn't stay awake through the night, but he doesn't take a piss and he drinks all the water before he goes to sleep. Okay. So it wakes him up early. Perhaps he can catch who's bringing in the food.
Interesting. Okay. Let's pull that up here. Roll me a... I'm gonna go with Wits Resolve, please.
Wits plus urination.
Wits plus... Well, it'd be more holding it in, but... Maybe stamina. Composure.
Do I keep getting a success in this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interestingly, you have a hunger dice, which technically speaking is supposed to be for,
Probably a little peckish. They're not bringing me like a huge amount of food.
But in Vampire the Masquerade, that means thirst for blood. So...
I'm not sure I've got a thirst.
He's a little bit bloodthirsty.
Aiden probably normally eats quite a lot of protein.
Yeah.
So he probably eats quite a lot. And this is like a normal meal for a normal person. But, Aiden probably eats a lot more.
So, would you like to kind of stay eyes closed and, after you wake up and just kind of like...
When I wake up, I'm desperate to take a slash.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sort of just lie there and see if I've got fresh food and water, yeah? And if I don't, then I'm going to eyes closed and just... keep my eyes kind of open, but...
Yeah, just kind of like slitted so that you can hopefully see.
I mean, it's dark in here. Yeah. Probably can't see.
So you eventually hear a very quiet, like... And nothing. But through the slits of your eyes, you see a cup and a tray.
Get pushed in by a hand? No?
Just a cup and a tray float down and set on the ground. And then
they float down?
After a little while, you hear a...
They float down?
They float down.
Okay. It's dark. I couldn't fucking... Should have grabbed him. It just looked like it floated. Okay. It's dark. I couldn't... Oh, what the fuck? They float down?
They float down? They float down.
I'd like to point out that I know what vampires are, but Aiden just saw something float.
Yeah.
Okay, that is fucked him up.
Yep.
I'm fucked up. Okay. Maybe a little panicky. Okay. That's okay. It's dark. Eyes are playing tricks, so I've been locked in a cage for like 3 fucking days or some shit. Keep it together. Keep it together. We need to get out. My sister's called Danny, right?
Danielle, yeah.
I gotta get to Danny. I rang my uncle to come. Did I?
No, out of character meta, Danny was told to call, so and she mentioned an uncle she has, so.
Okay. All right. Hope she's okay. Okay, I gotta get out. I need to get out. She's not safe. Oh shit! What if they've got her? Okay. All right. You gotta let me out.
I do not have to do anything. I have eternity to do this.
You mean Chrys? You mean Chrys, right? Say a fucking name.
Who are you to her?
My name's Aiden. We've been friends years ago. We used to fight together in the same dojo.
You're her friend?
Yes, I'm a fucking friend.
You...
We play Mario Kart.
You hear kind of like a chair being like, or something metal kind of being, and then like a thump as it sits down.
Why am I in a fucking cage? Dude.
You were a problem for her. And for
Not
us.
a fucking... She's
were,
my friend.
You are looking into things you should not look into. And I had to take action. Which
You mean
I
the Muggins?
did. No.
Been looking into what?
You were looking into us. And that would hurt her. So
You're the security force.
I took action.
You're the Russian security force.
Yes.
That's who you are? And she's involved with you? Why?
She is vaguely involved with us.
Vague? What do you mean vaguely?
A tenuous connection via me.
So she doesn't work for the Russians?
No, she does not work for us.
Who are you people?
And then like a big hand comes out of the darkness, like big hand, and like wraps around one of the bars, and another one comes out, and then this big bearded, very shaggy hair, kind of like down to the shoulders, big kind of like bruiser face with what you notice to be almost looks like cat's eyes in his where, you know, kind of look. It's probably, you know, there's probably like contacts or something to look scary, but it looks scary.
Okay, so the initial shock, but that is a thing, that is a person, and I have a shank behind my back, and I'm probably going to try and shank his hand, try and keep him on the cage.
Okay.
So I reach around and just try and...
Roll be a dex melee, please.
Dex input. How do I do that? Melee first?
So you go to melee and then do drop down dex. Got a success.
No, I didn't.
He did.
Oh, okay. It's a 0. I don't know how it works sometimes.
Yeah, you have hunger dice and you have normal dice, and they both roll, and any successes count as successes.
Oh god, I've just fucking stabbed a vampire, dude. Oh god.
So you this jagged bit of metal like sinks into his hand, and like his face keeps coming closer.
My name is Vassia.
And he doesn't react to this.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Aiden, friend of Chrys.
What the fuck? Can I try and twist it a bit? Nothing? Oh my god.
Would you please stop doing that?
I just let go and it's like stuck in his hand. I back up. I back up to the back of the cage. What the fuck?
The hand like unwraps and he like and just tingle.
If you would like to retrieve that when we are done here, feel free. But I would ask you do not do anything with the blood.
What? What do you mean? What?
On the blade. Don't lick it.
Okay. I can assure you I will not lick the blood.
I do not trust any,
He bends down and gets out like a handkerchief and like wipes the blade, wipes the like jagged bit of probably aluminium, yeah. that's like got into, and like just hands it back to you.
This guy's a fucking nut job, dude. He wears fucking contacts.
He is also like maybe going towards 7 foot, and he is like he's like Arnold Schwarzenegger levels of wide as well.
Oh, okay. Okay. How do I get out of here?
This is currently what I have been trying to decide. It is a possibility you may never leave this room. I was resolved to that when I thought you were a boy who was playing with her, who was making her sad and also looking in too deep. Now, I know you are her friend. It changes the situation, but it still must be dealt with.
Why are you to her?
That is none of your business.
Disagree. And I grip the shank a bit tighter. Because this is fucking terrifying now. This is definitely scary. This is not good. You want to keep me here forever?
Possibly. I must deliberate. Is there anything else you can tell me that might be important to save your life?
Go fuck yourself. And I try and stab him again, because I'm a fucking idiot!
Where on the hand again? You could, if you go closer, you can get him in like the shoulder kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
I would say the face, but I don't think Aiden will go for a kill shot even in this situation.
I think the shoulder, like the hand did nothing. I think the shoulder, I mean, even if it doesn't feel pain, like there's some shit there.
Oh yeah.
There's some shit there.
So
oh god,
you kind of like, and you get really close, and there's this like intensity as you get like the fear. So
it's fight or flight for me right now.
Yeah. I think in considering the adrenaline that's probably going through him, it's like, yeah, I'm not going to require a roll for this. And it goes like into the shoulder. I'm imagining, do you like jump back or?
No. I'm gonna try and grab his throat.
Okay.
And use the shank for leverage.
Okay.
This guy is like deciding whether I live or die.
Yeah.
And even if I live, I'm trapped in a cage. I gotta look after Danny. Summing up with Chrys, she definitely needs help if she's working with this psychopath. This guy needs to go.
As it happens, he doesn't move. He doesn't react to getting stabbed. And when your hand kind of just about kind of gets around his neck, like it's a bit thicker than like an average one, so it's kind of like it's not perfect.
He's a big thick boy.
He's a big thick boy. His hand lets go of the cage and grabs your arm, and it's like being gripped by. It's like it was a crane grabbing you and just pulling you off, and he pulls your arm off and like moves it. He
pulls my arm off.
No, he pulls your arm off his throat. Too many arms being pulled off already, I'm afraid. He pulls your arm off his throat and like moves it to the side, like pretty painful, almost like you could feel if he adds a little more pressure, you get crushed.
I think I'm desperate. I'm fighting against it.
What? You can't move.
But I'm trying to.
Wait,
I can't move?
Well, like your arm can't, yeah. So you have no, like your other arm can move.
Yeah, I'm trying to like the leverage of the shank.
Yeah, and the leverage isn't working. What he says is,
let go of the shank, and I will let your arm go. And like a little extra pressure.
It hurts.
Yeah. Or I will break your arm.
No, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. I'm still fighting. Ah! Ah!
Do you let go?
No. Did he just break my arm? No, I'm twisting that shank. He's just snapped my arm. I'm gonna die. I'm going to die. I'm literally going to die.
His other hand lets go and comes and grabs the one with the shank.
I'm gonna try and headbutt him through the cage. I think I'm about to get murdered.
Okay. Roll me a melee brawl, strength brawl, please.
Brawl. Strength. No modifiers. Okay, so the player Peachy knows this is stupid. The player knows this is stupid, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, Vassia rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes with 2 crit successes, which makes it a crit, which means it's 8 successes to your 0.
Oh, good God.
So you come in and you, fully intending to do what damage you can, and everything goes black.
Oh, God.
When you come to consciousness, you don't know how long it's been. However, your arm is like fixed up. It's not fixed, but it's splintered, and you're in pain when you move, but yeah.
Fucking arm with his hand. Okay, that's not normal. Chrys can't do that. That's
also, you knocked yourself out on his head. The vague recollection you could have was like it was headbutting a concrete wall.
And I just passed out.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Why did they fix my arm? What the fuck is happening? I check again for my phone.
Nope.
I'm just like...
You like move both your arms. You're like, ow, fuck.
No. Good job, Aiden. Your arm's broken. You're in a fucking cage. You're fucked. Why the fuck am I still alive? What the fuck is that?
There's also food and water.
Why are they feeding me? I don't fucking... Oh, fuck. What would Chris do? Try and kill him. I did that, it didn't work. What would you do next? She doesn't fucking lose. I don't know what she'd do next. Okay. I hope Danny's okay. Shit. I don't say anything.
You're not getting the shank back. I decided to confiscate it. How is your arm?
Fucking painful.
You should have listened to me.
You shouldn't have locked me in a cage.
You shouldn't have made her cry.
Chrys doesn't cry. Doesn't cry.
That is interesting that I have seen it more than once, and you have never seen it.
Yeah, this throws Aiden for a loop.
She cried when you made her sad, and she cried when she challenged me and lost.
She was sad after we spoke.
You made her cry.
Does she know I'm here?
No. I want to deal with this so that she does not have to. It would
Chris
make her sad again.
Chris
to
can
have
deal
to
with
kill
anything.
Her friend.
She wouldn't do that. Like, she's into some shit, but she wouldn't do that.
She would not have a choice because you refused to listen to her.
What do you mean, listen to her?
When she told you not to look into us, she was trying to save your life.
You think I care about my life? I look at my fucking fucked up arm.
She cares about your life. That should make you value it more. And now, I have to try and figure out a way not to kill you, you stupid boy.
I can make it easier, come closer. Round two? You want to go round two? I'm ready.
So am I.
Oh, okay. Fucking let me out of the cage, let's go.
You want to fight?
You got lucky last time, I was locked in a cage.
Alright. Then we will fight.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Aiden!
He hit like his hands like come out and unlock the cage. Keys come down.
We will fight outside in the plaza. Come.
The plaza? Do I know anywhere called the plaza?
No.
Or is he just describing a part of the building?
Probably just describing a part of the building. There's nowhere called... nothing that you know about called the plaza.
Okay.
And he... You're still in the cage. He just leaves you and like starts walking out.
Did he unlock the cage?
Yep. And opened it as well.
Right, yeah, I'm gonna get out of the cage one-handed.
Yep.
I'm gonna rip off some of my t-shirts, because it's in a splint, right? But I'm gonna make sure that I sling my arm really close to, like, so it doesn't move and stuff.
Yeah.
And hold it as tight as possible. And I'll quickly do that, and then actually, when I get to the door, I'm gonna look if there's any other doors.
There are. They seem like prison cage type things. Cells, yeah. It's kind of like a few cells down, like maybe 6 or 7, and then there's like just like an end, and then there's light coming from. It's kind of it's minuscule, maybe like some electrical light. It looks like, and then possibly some moonlight as well, like that type of thing.
Any signs? Any markings? Words?
Nope.
Graffiti?
Nope.
How clean is it down here?
It's dusty, but it's not like strewn with blood and you know, anything. There's nothing horrific. It's just dust and wear and tear.
It's not a Call of Duty Russian torture room.
No, it's more like a World War II something. You know, like it's that kind of like old and.
Okay, gotcha. Is it proper bricks or is it like painted bricks?
Proper bricks.
Okay, and painted bricks or just bare bricks?
Bare bricks.
Okay. I'm gonna go where he's going, but I'm gonna be looking for doors that look like they might go outside.
Okay. As you leave, you realize that you're in like an underground bunker type thing. And you walk out into a kind of very serene, almost maybe Asian-looking garden.
Does this remind me of the dojo?
The dojo.
The one where we trained with what's his face?
Kalen?
Yes.
No, not really. Kalen was a lot more contemporary. You know, like in a city dojo, big building, you know, that type of thing.
Karate Kid Jojo rather than
this is
garden.
This is more like something you'd expect to see in a film set in Japan, you know, like or somewhere like in China somewhere where it's like kind of open. It's got like paving, and then there's like the grass is very cared for, and it's got like a stream that goes down, like, you know, all that type of thing. There are kind of low walls and like an archway with like an exit. That kind of like, from what you can see, you're in the countryside. You're on a hill somewhere. And this is just like a compound of some kind. Not massive, but there seems to be like a more of a dojo type thing just down the pathway a ways, kind of about 100 meters or so, and it has the traditional like steps up and then fairly open, and there's lights around the place and lanterns and etc.
Is there any people around?
No, it's just you see the big guy who called himself Vassier is kind of standing there in the middle waiting for you with his arms crossed.
Giant fucking beast.
He's fucking massive.
Okay.
Think Andre the Giant, except for like
more muscular.
Muscular, like proportioned. He looks like an expanded Hulk Hogan or Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I'm walking, this is gonna be one hell of a fight.
And also, he's dressed in a black tank top, and then kind of military fatigue style khaki trousers, and then boots.
Okay, so military, Russian army maybe. I'm gonna try and again, what would Chrys do? Because basically. Chrys is my hero and the most competent fighter ever to exist.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned, at least. He did say that she didn't beat him, so that's terrifying.
He said that she cried when he beat her or when she lost.
I know Chrys is Strength, right? That's where she's at. She's got a lot of strength.
It's not just strength. Her strength, like what makes her so difficult to beat is she's adaptable and she's lithe and quick with some strength. So like when you fight her, she starts to read your moves the more you fight her, and then she takes things that you do and she incorporates them into her moves and then counter it. Like, so it's like fighting a fucking robot where they take on everything you're doing and then counter it and then start using the things. It's like a learning program almost.
Like what's his face from Naruto? You can just turn your powers against you.
It is very much like she has a Sharingan.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and steady my mind because I've been in a cage for a couple of days.
Yep, and you haven't eaten or drank that much.
Mm-hmm.
So
I need to find something within me. And I think back to a fight I had with Chrys when we were training quite a while ago, where we had a hand tied behind our backs. And I remember how she, like, everything I did, she instantly knew what was happening and then did basically the exact opposite, the counter. And I'm trying to keep that in my mind, like, and also there's Danny in the back of my mind as well, because I still have no idea what's happened to her. Okay, we're gonna do this.
I would offer you food and drink and time to get your strength back. Maybe even time to heal your arm. But even if you had 10 years, you still would not beat me.
You've never fought me.
I have not.
Laser focused on him now.
I tell you what. As long as you do not try to run, you have 5 minutes. And I will just stand here. Go.
He wants me to attack him. So, absolutely,
yep.
Aiden would normally start the fight first, go for the first punch, do what he can first to get the advantage. But in his mind is Chrys and how she fights and how she's so good. So, instead of attacking him, he's going to study his opponent. He's going to look at that wound on his shoulder.
There's no wound in the shoulder.
Fuck me. Okay. So somehow he's managed to heal that up. Okay. I must have missed it.
You don't know how long you were out.
Yeah. Absolutely. Fine. Everything's fine. And I'm just going to study him, see him standing there, see if I can notice any kind of, maybe he's got a limp, maybe he favors one leg over the other, maybe he's got a shoulder dipped, which would be his leading shoulder, and that'll give me more information about the fight.
Roll me Wits and Insight, please.
Okay. Insight, Wits.
So, you're like squared off against him, you're kind of like in a fighting stance, ready to move if he's lying, if he makes any sudden moves. First 30 seconds you study him, he doesn't move at all. Just stands there. A minute, he just stands there. Feel free to stop and do something else at any point.
No, I am not gonna do what I usually do and launch myself at him, because that didn't work last time.
Okay.
And literally the greatest fighter in the world doesn't do it like that.
Minute and a half. 2 minutes. 2.5 minutes. Half of your allotted time to fight him is gone. To fight him without him doing anything is gone. 3 minutes. 3.5 minutes.
I study my mind.
4 minutes.
Calm myself.
4.5 minutes. 5 minutes. Finally, like it's like had been a statue this entire time. Like no movement, no anything.
You gonna do this?
Apparently, we will. When you wake up, we will talk again.
Yeah, all right, let's go.
And he just... Suddenly he's right in front of you. Fist, like, coming down towards you.
I'm gonna try and roll with it.
Okay. Roll me a, Dex Athletics.
Basically, I want to roll with the punch and maybe, like, lean into him and use his power against him.
Okay, roll me a, probably, stamina brawl then, please.
Roll stamina.
2 successes. Would you, I mean, I guess I can roll for this, but,
Well, what I'm trying to do is he's coming in to punch me, and it's insanely fast. It's faster than anything I've ever seen, but I'm going to, like, dip the shoulder so he, like, punches past me, and then just step into him, try and get him off balance as he's leaning forward with all this power and all this strength and weight. And, yeah.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. You rolled pretty badly, but 4 successes. So you know what? You don't actually go down.
Okay.
But the hit is enough to roll you along the floor, even like trying to use his own thing, and it feels like you just got hit by like a steel beam. And obviously your arm flaps around and cracks and pain.
But it's strapped to me, so it wouldn't flap about.
Well, it's not strapped. Is it strapped
Yeah,
to you?
I strapped it to
Oh,
myself,
I thought you
so
slinged it. Right, okay.
No,
I see what you mean. Yeah,
It's strapped to me, because if it moves about,
it would
gonna
still
do me
hurt.
more damage. Oh, yeah. So I try and, like, I get up on a knee, and I look to see if he's coming at me again.
No, he's just standing there.
Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go at him with the fist that he just punched me with to try and bait him into punching with that. But now I'll be aware that that's coming, so maybe it'll work better this time because I got more information.
Okay.
So I'm going to be try and bait him to hit me with that arm, and I'm all ready to dodge that punch.
Okay. So you charge in looking to bait a punch from him.
Yeah, I'm trying to just bait out a punch.
He does not move.
The fuck is this?
I was expecting you to go down with the first punch.
Yeah, well... And I think in my mind, yeah, so was I, to be honest. I fucking hurt. And I did not want to get up. I don't go down easy. Has I only got one punch?
It's all I ever need.
Wrong.
Chrys went down with one punch.
Oh, that hurt Aiden so much. Like winces, visibly winces when he hears that. Because, you know, heroes and all. Bullshit. Chrys doesn't go down.
I think I have a compromise for our situation.
My face doesn't change, but I'm like, oh yeah, I want this. But I try and keep my face stone and just making sure if he's gonna punch me again, I'm ready for it.
I did not give Chrys the choice. But seeing as your other option is death, I will offer it to you.
What choice?
Come, we will talk.
And he like wanders towards the dojo. And as he's walking, he's like,
if you run, I will chase you.
Like, Aiden wasn't even thinking of praying at this point.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? I'm gonna keep my eyes on him, but I'm gonna follow him.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if I fully believe him because, like, Chrys doesn't go down. I don't think I've ever seen Chrys go down. I've seen her take a hit here and there, but I don't think I've seen her go down.
You've seen Kalen beat her, but never in a serious fight. It's always in training and etc. So
in a training situation, not in an actual fight. Yeah,
you've never seen Chrys lose in an actual fight, no.
So I'm gonna keep my eyes on him. I'm gonna follow him.
Okay. He goes in. Like there's some sliding doors that he opens up, and then there's kind of like a table and chairs and some dining ware type stuff, and he sits down kind of at the head of the table and calls out,
Lad, you're here. I know you're here. Go and get us some food.
Peachy knows what his food is. Okay. I guess I'll take a seat.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a long dining table. So if you take a seat at the other end, it'd be like, like two...
I doubt I'd take a seat at the other end. I'm not really a ceremony kind of person. I'll just grab a seat and sit, and I'm pretty fucking hungry. Yeah. Is there any water on the table?
There is.
I'm gonna quench my thirst. I'm pretty fucked up right now.
Yeah. And he just sits there, waiting. After a little while, a door opens. This kind of like fairly scarred individual, like scarred down the sides, and but also quite big, kind of lumbers in with this like plate of food. It's kind of chicken, gravy, mash, some veg, like carrots and peas, and it doesn't look like it was just cooked. It looks like it has come out of a packet type thing, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
And like places it down in front of you. There are knives and forks there as well.
I'm probably just going to eat the chicken. Protein right there.
Yeah.
What's his choice?
I have been trying to figure out a way not to have to kill you.
I like smirk at that. Even though I know he probably could have killed me, I'm still not dead.
I do not want to make her sad.
Right.
The only way forward is if you join us.
Join you? What, mugging people?
No. I will train you to fight.
And Aiden thinks back that he's been thrown out of literally every fucking gym in the entire city.
Mm-hmm.
How's it, Chrys?
I will train you how to be a warrior. How to be like me. I like that you are tenacious. And I will see you to become strong. Like me.
Wait, the choice you're giving me is...
Join or die.
Train or literally die. Who are you?
I'm Vasio.
I've never heard that name, right?
No.
Vasio. Who's your organization?
We are mercenaries of sorts.
Mercenaries?
Security mercenaries. We fight hard, and we fight long, and we do not stop until the job is done.
That resonates so hard with Aiden. And why am I seeing some of your guys attacking people in alleys?
If you want answers, you must join. Everything you want to know is on the other side of yes.
And I can leave here if I join.
You can. Or you can stay and learn with me.
I have obligations.
Family. We will look after them. They will never want for anything again. School. Housing. They will be comfortable, and we will see to it.
I don't want them to have this life. I don't want them to be...
They will not be involved. They will never know it comes from us.
You can tell me what I need to know?
I can tell you everything you want to know.
All I can see is the picture I've got at home of my parents, their wedding picture.
Yeah.
And that's just there. Okay.
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
And, like, he smiles a little bit, and it's not threatening, it's kind of vaguely happy.
Like a disarming smile?
Not even disarming, just like almost like a boy who is given, you know, like a present for Christmas. It's like, oh, yay. And he puts his big hands on the desk and thumps, and like the chair like as he like stands up, and you realize he's got kind of a very animalistic feel to him. Like his hair's really shaggy, and he's really kind of like intense in a kind of bestial sense, but he's still smiling, and he looks at you and he says,
I'm glad. I always wanted a son.
What?
And that's where we're gonna end.
I know what that means!